Hello YouTube, welcome to session 6 of the Black Valkyrie. Last time, the party defeated the Black Dragon, collecting the dragon's hoard, and they successfully completed the job. Now, only to return to the port city of Verdant Heart and collect the reward. Dakfane has set course for the city, and then on to the next. The ship having some damage from the Black Dragon's attack and from the acidic blood that was spilled on board. The captain has mentioned possibly stopping in Obsidiansky for some repairs. And yeah, that is where we are at.
Excellent. Artie would like to offer her services to help with the repairs, knowing that I know that we have someone dedicated to it, but she can help also, both with the mending spell and with her tools.
Okay.
And any improvements that want to be done to the ship, she is totally down for helping with those too.
Okay. Currently, what you can do while traveling is you could make a check using carpenter's tools. I think that would probably be Verloren, since he's the ship's carpenter. You're muted if you're trying to talk.
Oh.
I can work on that.
And I will offer assistance so you can have advantage.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll with advantage. So I am going to let you guys know I did modify the airship speed a bit. For the getting back to Obsidiansky, I will keep it the same travel time going back, but the travel time has shifted a little bit. I was looking at stuff and like ruling for stuff, and I was like, wow, you guys are going like incredibly fast for an airship.
Airplane. Whee!
So I modified it a bit. So you guys are going a little more reasonable speed.
Okay.
For the carpenter's tool, which stat is that based off of?
I'm gonna say it's you can use dexterity if you want. Because being with your hands, the dexterity, fixing, repairing.
That sounds good. One moment as I'm adding the carpenter's tools to my skill list. Or I could just do a quick roll. So that would be quicker.
Just do a dex roll and then add your proficiency. What was that, Artie?
Have we had a long rest since combat?
Technically, no. You guys are. This is just you starting off travel, and Verloren is probably just jumping on and getting.
That's fine. And you can roll with advantage because I'm assisting you.
Okay. That's enough to succeed. So you managed to touch up the ship. Obviously, there's things you can't repair without being dry docked.
20.
Awesome. Yeah, there's obviously things you can't repair without being dry docked. But you do, with a 20, you will, you can add 5 to the ship's hit points. Let me edit that for you guys.
Nice.
350 is the ship's max hit points. It has an AC of 14. It's currently at 305 hit points. But it has a damage threshold of 10, so you have to deal more than 10 damage to deal any damage to it, basically.
That's cool.
Most large vehicles have a damage threshold.
And what size ship are we talking about? Like, if I were to look at the extras, what kind of...
What size ship are you guys?
Yeah.
You're probably pretty close to a longboat. It's an airship is it's a specially crafted ship, so it's slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
I think a
long ship says 300 hit points.
Yeah, so you guys have more hit points than
the long
a
ship.
standard ship.
Okay.
You can if you wanted to work on upgrading, you can do armor plating and upgrade the armor of the ship. You can reinforce it, add hit points. There's lots of upgrades that can be done, but you got to talk to the captain about it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Because the ship can only hold so many upgrades.
That makes sense.
And you guys did manage to fish the 2 arcane cannons that the Black Dragon had damaged and thrown off the ship. But they are severely damaged, and Dak Fane's going to have to work to reattach them and rebuild them, basically.
Okay.
So you've lost the use of your arcane cannons.
That's okay. We've got Artie. She has an arcane cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But you all saw the thing I made for the ship rules, so you guys all have that information posted somewhere.
Yep, I like it. It's awesome.
Cool.
Where is it? Sorry.
It has its own channel in the Discord. Under
Oh,
ship
in the
rules.
Discord. Okay. Let me go look at that.
Yep. Ship rules. It's 2 down from general.
Yep. It's right under notes, right above ship loot. So.
Ship rules. There it is.
Okay. So so you guys are sailing off. Takes about a little more than a day to get back, and you guys touch down in the port city.
Okay. Do we get our long rest now?
Yes, you guys can have taken your long rest over the day.
Yay.
So you guys touch down in that port city that you had rescued from the Sahagan raid. And they come out to greet you and be like, were you successful?
Oh my god, guys. We killed a dragon.
I'm just going to hold up the dragon skull and, like, make it, like, move its mouth and be like, does this answer your question? Like a child with a sock puppet.
I love it.
And then, like, I just, like, bounce, like, like, I just put it on.
Well, you do
The
know
dragon
you do know the dragon's skull is, like, huge in comparison to you, right?
I know. I just put the dragon skull on, and I kind of, like, hop, like, near the side, so it looks like it's just, like, nodding up and down the side of the ship.
I imagine it's like the Chinese dancing dragons they do through the streets.
Yes, just a
It's like
lot
one of
more
those heads.
clumsy.
That's kind of what I imagine it looking like.
Yes, just a lot more clumsy.
Beautiful.
Okay. So they'd be like, oh, so the Sahagans were being commanded by the dragon?
Yep, that's what it seems to be. I mean, that's what he said when he was like, why did you kill all my followers? And we were like, because you're evil. And then we destroyed him.
We also have a feeling that the dragon is newly, um,
Established.
newly established to the area. So we stopped it early.
Yeah.
I'll be like, that's good. We probably would not have survived if much longer if that's the case. We're in your debt, and a little while later he'll be like, do you mind waiting for a minute while I go get your payment? And then he'll run off to fetch you guys your 400 gold
Yeah.
that the village managed to muster up to pay you.
I'll like use magic to make like the skeleton tail like wave and be like, I do not mind at all. Asha's just having a great time with her new hand puppet,
So we
but
have
it's
this.
like 20 times larger than her.
We have this giant dragon that is a skeleton of a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
What would this is entirely theoretical, but DM, what would happen if we just wanted to animate just the head? So she had just a talking dragon head skeletal minion that's just the head,
That would be so cool.
and we put it on the front of the ship.
Oh, that would be so cool. Oh,
Imagine dragon head that just roars at things as we're flying.
would be like a great gift for the captain. Instead of having like a mermaid on the front,
Right.
it's like a dragon skeleton, and then occasionally, like, you can like animate it, and it'll like help in like fights, like air fights. Oh, that would be so cool.
And this is all theoretical, like stuff we can work towards.
Oh yeah. I'm still holding out for that. Miette is still holding out for that mechanical pig named Truffles.
It would be able to articulate its jaw, but it wouldn't be able to make noise. It can't speak.
Artie can solve that.
At this point, I don't think Pasha's above. I mean, Porshini's above making sounds for it.
I mean, one of my magical tinkering is I can a 6-second long recorded message that emits at a specific like
penis. The penis rock. It's the penis rock. I'm sorry. You don't understand that reference, I think, but Alan does.
I can imagine many reasons why shouting the penis rock would be funny.
The penis rock does the shouting for us. It's brilliant.
That's amazing.
It
but
is an attention getter.
one of my tinkering things includes you can have it record a message that can be heard up to 10 feet away, or it continually emits your choice of odor or nonverbal sound when activated.
Penis rock.
Penis
I
rock.
knew it.
So basically, she could make it so that it's just going when you tap on it, or like when you activate it, it goes.
No, and in the other game, some of us were given penis rocks as bribery, and in a moment of sheer chaos and brilliance to make a distraction, one of the characters threw their penis rock, and so the opposing creatures were rather surprised to hear penis, 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 penis. They're just
oh my God,
coming from the rock, and it's just beautiful. It's so beautiful. We're on YouTube. I forgot that. So sorry, Daniel.
It's okay. That's why I flag it as adult.
There we go. That's amazing. And yeah, Artie can just make those now, by the way.
The digression.
Yes.
Excellent.
Anyway, yes. So during our day of travel, can Artie roll some of her crafting shenanigans for her crafting shenanigans?
If you were helping with repairing the ship, you can only do half the day.
So I can do a 4 hour?
Yes.
Cool.
Because you still
Give
need to get a
me-
rest in there.
Technically. Where's my thing?
Hi.
R&D. Is this the one? No. Yes? No. This is not the one. I don't have I can't find the document, the spreadsheet. Where is it? Is it the to-do list? No.
For
I don't
your
know.
crafting.
For my craftings.
It's now in the bookkeeping and shops document, which might be linked in. Yes, it's pinned in notes. There's a homebrew crafting tab.
Aha, there it is. Thank you. And we go to homebrew crafting. And we go to, which one was I working on most recently? I believe I was working on
I never added the armor in here that you had crafted, but I'll need to do that. Is that rare?
I forget which one I was working on most recently. I think it was the goggles, just an extra pair of night vision goggles.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, that's got progress in it.
Perfect. And am I rolling intelligence or dex?
Well, because you already made this, I'll have you do a dex.
Cool. 25.
25. Okay.
And where, just because I want to be able to track it also, where are you putting that in the actual spreadsheet?
It's yeah, are you in the sheet?
I'm in the sheet.
Okay. I have the box. I'm highlighted over the box if you want to look for where I'm at.
Is it on the homebrew crafting sheet?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Haha, there it is. 42. Perfect.
Yep. What I can do is I can go bright pink.
Ooh, there we go. Much better.
And that is a current project.
Excellent. Yes, I may or may not be making one of our particular doesn't have dark vision all the time characters a pair of dark vision goggles.
Sounds good.
Yay.
I will be making poison all day.
Yay.
And inspecting a dragon skeleton.
Okay.
How many vials?
I'm trying to remember.
I think it's 2 hours for every 1 vial.
Is that what it said?
Let me double check.
Also, I was going to give you a vial of venom from a coatl so that you can use it to make fancy shenanigans.
It is excellent.
I'm removing it from my inventory. Consider it in yours.
Okay, 1 second. Oh, no action. What? I'm looking. Sorry. Just trying to find the right place to look. Oh, it would be in there. I know it's in here. It's either every 1 hour or every 2. I'm pretty certain on that. I just can't find where exactly it says.
Okay. And I'm gonna create a little homebrew roll for the dragon skeleton. If you want to revive the dragon skeleton, you will need to cast Animate Dead using a 5th level spell slot to create an undead skeleton in the size of a dragon.
Will it stay forever?
It will stay undead zombie or a skeleton. After 24 hours, though, you lose control of it unless you cast the spell again to reassert your control over it. Basically, you'll have to reassert the control over it every 24 hours forever until it is either dead or you decide to just ditch it somewhere.
I'll think on that. That's an option. That's not what I'm
Skeletal
staying with currently, but that's definitely an option for what I could do to reanimate it.
Because there's not really a spell that says you can create a giant skeleton. So, and I don't want to make it the 6th level create undead. So, because that's a bit more powerful.
Well, could I eventually do that?
If you can cast 6th level create undead, then yeah. I don't know if that's on your spell list. So.
Well, I definitely don't have it at 5th level yet.
So, if you guys want to hold on to the skeleton until then totally fine.
Oh, Porcini will not have a problem with that.
Oh.
Just make sure you cast it right before bed every night. That way you wake up and have your spell slot back.
Okay.
Just don't use all your spell slots during the day. Because you have to reassert it before bed. Okay. Okay, so you guys get the 400 gold. And there's how many shares did we say we need to break it into?
So we need the ship's fund.
I think it's 10 shares. Based on what it looks like.
Oh, it's an hour to create the poison.
Okay. You found it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
10 sounds right. Because there's our character, our sub-character, Dakfane, and the ship.
Okay. So 400 divided by 10, is that 40?
Yes, 40 each.
Okay. So everyone gets 40.
40 gold pieces.
Yes.
Yay, money.
Wow, my Knoll really is rich.
Noel?
Yeah, I have a Knoll character, and their uncle grandpa died, and they received all their money. And they have about 1,600 gold right now.
Ooh.
Level 5. So, yeah, they're pretty rich.
She's a rich bitch.
Lol.
Okay. So, Dakfane, after receiving the thing, are you guys wanting to stay for a little while, or are you guys wanting to head out?
We had two other quests, one of which sounded time sensitive.
Yes.
I think it was bandits.
Dakfane wants to get back to Dry Dock to get the ship work done.
Can I just really quick about how much poison would I be able to make?
Go ahead and I'm trying to think. We haven't specified how much ingredients you have, right?
No.
Okay. How much gold do you have right now?
287.
Okay. And how much gold does it say the poison? How much supplies do you need to use for the gold? Or the poison? Does it say?
For the poisoner's kit, no. If I were to be a
I'm checking here.
tech,
Poison equipment, basic vial, 100 gold pieces. And
Oh,
that's
you're
for
doing the
1d4
feet.
of
You're doing the
damage.
feet, though, right? That's where it's from.
yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's a feat.
Been trying to find it in my feed stuff, and it honestly doesn't give me a whole bunch.
With 1 hour of work using
50
a
gold
poison.
piece worth of materials.
Yes.
You can
Oh,
create a
where
number
does
of,
it say
You can
that?
create a number of doses of potent poison equal to your proficiency bonus. Once applied to a weapon or piece of ammunition, the poison retains its proficiency for 1 minute or until it hit. So I will say you can do on the trip to town. You can make 1 check with the poisoner's kit to craft 3 vials of poison. Because your proficiency bonus is 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, it is.
Okay. So you'll get 3 vials if you successfully do it. So go ahead and roll a check using the poisoner's kit. Go ahead and make it. Make it an intelligence. Or
I think wisdom?
survival's based on wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make it a wisdom. Wisdom, and you have proficiency because your proficiency was a poisoner's kit.
So am I rolling survival or wisdom?
It's a poisoner's kit, is what it is.
So
Yeah.
roll a wisdom and add
When
3.
you roll with a tool, it'll ask you what type of skill check it will require.
So did it take 3 hours to get to town then?
No, it took the whole day. You don't have enough supplies to craft constantly. You have to buy supplies with your gold. Most of that gold that you have on you right now, you got from the dragon. So you don't have the supplies needed to
No,
craft.
I only got 440.
You got 230 gold from the dragon's hoard.
From the horde.
Okay.
I also gave her a vial of coatl poison, and we also got the glands from the dragon, so she has
Yes.
those to make stuff from
Yes,
I
and that's
feel like-
why I'm kind of like, because you probably had you just have to stock up your stores of.
I'm just going to talk to you more about this after game because I'm getting a little confused
Okay.
and a little frustrated because I thought I understood.
You do.
So I will go ahead and roll for the 3.
Okay.
And I don't make it. Okay.
How do you know you don't make it?
Because I rolled a 12.
Okay, but you also get to add your proficiency, which is +3, so that's a 15. And let me look at something here. Where is my?
Also, just so you know, you rolled a 12. 10 is like average, so you still rolled above average.
Yeah, no, that would succeed. So So you get 3 vials of poison.
Okay.
And now that you're in town, you can buy supplies to craft more poison if you want.
So if I get the supplies, will I be able to make poison every hour?
If you want to spend that much gold to do it, yes. It's 50 gold per time you craft. So if you want to craft 4 for 4 hours straight, it would be 200 gold. Does that make sense?
And why do I have to buy the ingredients too? What's the gold for?
That's the gold value is how much of the ingredients you need, basically. 50 gold piece worth of ingredients.
It's
I'll just-
actually listed that way in the feat.
I'll just talk to you about it after game. Because
Okay.
we're taking up a lot of time and I'm not getting it.
Okay. Okay. Are you wanting to get more so you can craft more?
Let's just talk about it after game. I'm kind of confused, and I don't want to be here talking about it the whole time.
Okay.
When we could be fighting or everyone else getting involved, and
Okay.
just a lot of time to take on an hour of poison, you know?
Okay. I just want to make sure you're getting the
No,
things that you want. So.
I'm It's hard to get the things I want when I'm not understanding. That's why after game, I'll talk to you and I'll understand it. And then I'll be like, yes, I would do this then, or no, I want it.
Okay. Sounds good.
And
Okay.
instead of taking the whole gameplay, I'd like to keep on moving so that we all can interact and have fun.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah. So after you guys are done in town, Dak will say he wants to go back to Obsidiansky to dry dock to do repairs because he's not sure how stable the ship is when it's damaged. He wants to do some testing and figure some stuff out, but he needs to basically dock it and repair.
Sounds good, Captain.
Sounds reasonable.
So you guys will end up back in Obsidiansky. Would someone like to make the check to repair the ship with the ship hands and the shipwrights at the dry dock? You do have advantage. And this will depend on how long it takes you to how long it takes you to repair the ship, basically.
When did tyrants go?
And your check from earlier is taken into account for how much time it takes as well.
Was that
what do you
Verloren
need?
is our shipwright?
Yeah, it's another carpenter's tools check.
Okay.
And you do have advantage.
Oh. Let's see. Oh, someone want to throw a little inspiration on me? I'll throw some inspiration on myself. Forget that.
I can give you a shot.
A natural 20.
I probably don't need it.
Look at that.
Oh, nice.
That's a lot better than the first roll.
Yeah. No, with the already success that you had on the travel plus that natural 20, yeah, no, you guys dock down and they just get to work, and it looks like most of the damage actually isn't that bad. Like you guys stitch it up and fix it up real quick.
Just like superficial.
Yeah, it looked worse than it was, and it was really easy fixes basically.
Shouldn't you have a +6 to carpenter's tools? You have a +3 dexterity, right?
No, just a +2 on dexterity.
Oh. Why was I thinking you had?
It
You
says
had
you
a
have a +3 up top for some reason. I don't know. That's weird. On the roll you did before.
Interesting.
Was
Well,
it a?
the
Is that your
+3 would be a
save?
proficiency bonus. No, the save is way higher.
Oh, okay.
Save is +6.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, if the save is +6, that also means you have a +3 dex because our proficiency is plus. What is your actual dex?
14.
It's giving you an X. Oh, you're a bard. You get extra.
Yeah, there's that extra.
That's why you get the extra +1. So yeah, you that makes sense. Never mind. I still don't know why it's showing your dex as an extra +1 though.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay. So yeah,
Huh.
so you guys just get right to work. The captain disembarks and he heads off. Heads off for a little bit. He's like, I'll be back shortly.
Where are you going, Captain?
Are we gonna have to pull you out of the tavern again?
He's like, of course not.
I have a sedative.
He's like,
Are you going to be troublesome?
he's like, we just made a haul, and I have debts I need to pay, as well as pay for the repairs and everything else. Stock up the ship since we're probably going to be going out more frequently. Just things we need.
Okay. You know what? I'll take one of the vials I just made, and I'll be like, I'll take his hand, I'll close it up in it, and I'll be like, this is not for you to drink. This is for if someone makes you mad. 'Cause you never know when you'll need poison, okay? Now you be fun and don't spend it all in one place.
He'll just chuckle. He'll chuckle. And he'll take it and he'll slip it into one of his pouches. He'll be like, thanks, Squirt.
Okay.
Hey.
Lambskin. Don't forget. Lambskin. It's more reliable, Cap. Have fun. Be safe. Goodbye.
Okay. And he'll disembark from the ship while you guys set to work. Or whatever else you're doing. This is probably going to take about 6 hours. But it
How
is
long
going
did
to
it take us to get back to dry dock?
about another day.
Another day. Can I roll one more and just do a half day's work on my crafty thing?
Yes. Let me get back to 17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So now that we're back in town, and it's going to take, you said it, how long? 6 hours?
Yes, 6 hours. You can stay on the ship. You can go about town. Go buy resources, anything you guys want. Look for more jobs, whatever.
I want to go to town and find something to do, something fun. She's gonna go look for entertainment of some sort, preferably fighting. Something that lets her shoot things. She's going to invite people to come with her.
They do have shooting ranges if you want to do that. Some taverns have dart boards where you can throw darts.
Oh.
You can play Boulder Parchment Shears. I've got rules for dice. I've got rules for 3 Dragon Ante playing cards and Dragon Chess, as well as arm wrestling.
She's definitely not going to arm wrestle anybody.
You could do a thumb war, except you're the thumb.
Me versus thumbs.
Yeah. Could be the thumb wrestling champion.
She
I
might
don't want that
just.
to be a thing now.
I think she's gonna go look for some Fey wine. That's what she's gonna do.
Okay.
You're gonna go to some bars and find one that actually sells Fey wine that's not out of stock.
I'll come with you. Kind of curiously.
Yes.
Also keeping an eye out for Captain.
Okay. Okay. Roll an investigation.
I do not have advantage with my goggles because this is not for.
This is for collecting information. So.
Only a 22.
22. You spend a couple hours wandering around. When you're in one of the smaller taverns, when one of the folks overhears you and he goes, "You looking for Fey wine, little one?"
Oh yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
I'll be like, "I think about a week ago, I heard one of the barkeeps say they had a bottle or two.
Ooh.
It's at this place." He gives you a tavern name, which is like on the other side of town.
Oh, well, thank you very kindly, and I will toss him an electrum piece.
Oh, he'll snatch up and be like, "Thank you, little lady."
And we will go find this other tavern.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it takes you a couple hours to get across town. And it's a little rundown wine shop. It's not really a tavern. It's just like a winery basically. But it's a little rundown shop, and what do I want to name it?
The Tipsy Pixie.
That would be perfect, given what is.
I want to call it. The Wine Baby.
Wow.
But I don't know. I'll think of something.
For some reason, the Sip and Spill is coming to mind, but I blame.
My God, that's adorable. I love that name. I'm gonna write that down. I hope you don't mind me stealing that for my world.
Steal away.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Okay. You walk in and there's glass display cases all around, with lattices with bottles all stuck in them behind the glass, and you see an elven curator are sitting in like a little like kind of lounge chair over along one of the sides. As he sees you, greets you, goes, "Welcome. What might I interest you in?"
Oh, hello there. I heard that you might have some Fey wine available for purchase.
Fey wine. One of my rare commodities. I have a bottle left.
Ooh, I would love to purchase it. How much would that run me?
Considering it's my last bottle, 10 gold pieces.
Okay. for my character, would I know if that's like a super upsell or like a reasonable? Like twice the normal price, but if it's a last bottle, it kind of makes sense.
That is double the normal price.
Okay. I was pretty sure it was 5.
It's 5.
She doesn't care. She just got paid. Sure, she'll do it. She won't even haggle.
Okay, cool. He'll walk over to one of the display cases, and unlatch it and slide it open, and you watch as you open it, a kind of like a mist kind of flows out, and he slides the bottle out and closes the door, and then he walks over, exchanges it, and he hands you the bottle, and you feel that the bottle is actually chilled.
Ooh. He hands it to my mage hand, but I reach out and touch it as well. Because my mage hand, because it's bigger than me. I give him the money and I put it in my bag of holding. And I say, "Thank you so much, sir. You got anything else in here that's worth taking a look at?"
Perhaps anything, maybe for medicinal purposes?
I don't carry any medicinal unless you're thinking about drinking it for maybe to numb the pain, I guess. But I have all manner of wine, from common. I've got some port. So are you looking on the higher end or lower end?
Should I go first or you?
You have at it. I'm interested to hear what is going on.
I'll kind of shrug and I'll go, numb the pain will work.
Numb the pain. I've heard that this one here. He walks over and you see the cabinet is labeled Desert Star. This one here is crafted from desert fruit.
Child aggro.
Go.
Sorry.
Go do it.
I heard whispering.
Yeah. Just a sec, guys. I need to check something.
I remind him
Have
that
you
I'm
watered it
also
today?
here, but it's Dad.
No.
Hey, can you help me get him some water? Like,
Okay.
I don't
My
really
kids are my kids are the same way. They always ask their mom.
Yeah.
My family had a rule where if you ask one parent and they say no, you're not allowed to go ask the other parent instead.
Oh, that's a rule, and he's learning it. Today it was kind of sweet. Today he actually asked if he could go ask Dan too, and I'm like, no, but I appreciate you asking, but no. If you do that, that'll actually get you in a lot of trouble. But I'm glad you asked. Thank you.
Right? It's definitely better than just
Doing it,
undermining your authority.
Yeah,
See,
he's learning.
The problem in my family was my dad would say no to things like, "Hey, Dad, I think I have asthma because I stopped breathing at school again today." And he's like, "You're just fat and lazy and need to run more." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I never told my mom, and my mom found out now that I'm like 30, and she's like, "That's fucked up. Why didn't you tell me?" And I'm like, "Because I wasn't allowed to."
Because I wasn't allowed to, Mom. I would get in trouble.
Okay.
Right?
That's
Okay.
kind of
I have returned.
funny and sad.
Welcome back.
Okay. He talks about how it's crafted from a desert fruit that the plant's leaves do have some medicinal purposes. But it's probably the closest, and it's probably the best for numbing pain.
Okay. Would you, from your expert opinion, would you say this is more of an instant numb or takes a bit of time?
Well, it's not a painkiller.
Of course.
It's wine. So it would take time.
Wine is one of those things that it. So with a desert star, it sounds like it would probably be more of a drier wine, probably with a bit of a more like an herbal undertones.
It's a very earthy.
Very earthy. Okay.
And I
It sounds
suppose you take it orally. Yes.
I.
He chuckles a little and be like, "Yes, yes, my dear." He's like, "How old are you?
That's a good question. How old am I?
Are you even old enough to be drinking?"
Let me double check that real quick.
You're
Is there
definitely old enough to be drinking, but
is there a legal drinking age in this?
not
It
children.
doesn't say. Okay. No, I feel I would definitely be old enough. So in that case, I would probably just chuckle. I would be laughing now, and I'd be like, yes, I am old enough, in fact. I might. What race is he?
Elvin.
Elvin?
He's probably one of the he's one of the longest lived races.
Yeah, he might. No, I'm not going to make that assumption then. Depending on his race, I was going to be like, I might be older than you, and then you said Elvin, and I was like, probably not. Yeah.
He's a curator of wine. He's probably very old.
Oh yeah, no. I'll just be like, no, like you, my looks are very deceiving, and I just look very youthful. But I appreciate the unintentional comment. I mean, compliment. There we go. That's the word.
He'll be like, "Are you interested?"
I think I might. Do you mind if I try it?
He's like, "We do samples." He'll open the cabinet and he'll pull out a bottle that appears to have been opened already.
Okay.
And he closes it back up, he pops a cork and pours like a little teeny tiny one, sets it down, and goes, "You want to give it time to aerate." And then he slips it back in, and then he closes up, and probably a couple minutes later, he's like, "Here, go ahead and try it now."
Okay. I'll be like, 1 moment. And I'll take out my dagger. I'll just make one quick slash across my hand. And then I'll be like, yeah, that should do it. And then I'll kind of like, wrap it up a bit, There might be like a slight wince, but for the most part I'm just like fine. And then I just like I drink. I understand this is wine. So she's not just going to like, shot it cuz she's not a complete hooligan. But no, she'll she's
I
not
was
Pasha.
sitting here waiting for you to shoot it, so I'm a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's not Pasha. Pasha would have been like, wine, I never wine. And then she would have, took it as a shot, but no,
It's so funny.
yeah, no, I love Pasha. But no, she'll start drinking it, waiting for it to, hopefully do what was advertised.
He'll be like, "You're gonna need more than this to numb the pain." But he's like, as he looks at you like you're a mad woman.
I mean, she is a mad woman.
Yeah.
Can Artie take the drink glass and try and get the last drop out, because that's pretty much all she's gonna need to taste it?
Sure. He probably would have poured you one too if you were interested.
I was interested.
Okay.
I have my own beverage container.
She'll be like, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm so small. All I need is like a thimble-sized cup.
I'll just finish what you don't finish.
Right.
And then I'll kind of be like,
Okay, make a
You
Constitution
probably-
save.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yay. Okay. Now I'm excited.
Yay.
Oh, I think I passed.
You passed.
Oh.
You feel the warmth. You feel the earthy taste and the dry taste, and you kind of feel it tingle through. You could you think you might feel a little tingle that it's making it not hurt as bad for a little bit, but it's not very it's almost unnoticeable.
Okay.
Since
But
since
could
you're
I-
since you're actively trying paying attention to if it numbs the pain, it
Mhm.
might. You would probably need a lot more. Like a bottle.
And do you sell
Okay.
anything other than wine, or is it just wine here?
I get the occasional occasional other thing, but mostly just wine. Give me just a sec. Let me see if he actually has anything else in stock right now.
Because I heard of this rum called Mermaid's Tear.
He's like, rum, that drink of the barbarians. I would not even sell that if I got delivered some. I would just...
In the right crowds, it's quite an elegant host to the party.
I just heard the name Mermaid's Tear and thought it sounded cool.
He's like, I do have a couple bottles of the Frostbitten Peak mead.
What's that one taste like?
The Frostbitten Peak. Let me go look at my notes. Sorry.
Also, out of character, what does mead actually taste like?
Sweet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Typically, it's more sweet than anything, but there are drier meads out there.
Yes.
I've never had mead because it's made with honey, and I'm allergic to honey in real life, so I can't have mead.
God, that's so
Okay.
sad.
So the
Yeah.
Frostbitten Peak he describes it as it's cocoa beans with vanilla bean and a tiny hint of mint.
Oh, that sounds good.
It sounds like mint chocolate chip ice cream as alcohol, and Artie already is like, I want one.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
No, I might be interested just for recreational purposes for that drink. That sounds delicious. I mean, this isn't bad, but this was solely for medical purposes. However, I do think I'll take at least 2 bottles if you have some.
Of the Desert Star?
Yes.
I'll be like, that'll be 8 gold. And he will slide 2 bottles out.
Can I check? Okay. I have your spreadsheet up, so I, as a player, know.
I know.
Artie, being a merchant, would also probably have a good idea of what things are worth.
Yeah. You didn't barter or try to get the price down for your Fey wine, so he's like, oh, these guys are pushovers.
Artie is gonna raise an eyebrow when he says the price and be like, I mean, I understand upcharging for the last bottle of my favorite wine, but 8 gold for 2 bottles of Desert Star?
Why don't we have you make a intelligence check first to see if you actually know the price of it
Okay.
before.
Oh. Well, I accidentally hit the button where it rolls in D&D Beyond, and I got a nat 1, so never mind.
Okay, yeah, you don't know the price of Desert
Okay.
She just assumes it's good wine then.
Let's make a deal. How about I buy 4 bottles for 12?
Roll a persuasion.
Oh.
Nice.
Are
Oh, wait,
you
that was-
rolling yours?
Did it not show up?
It did not show up.
Nope.
Oh, okay. That's really odd. Oh,
Oh,
it's,
an 8
there
just
it
showed
is.
up.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I didn't make it.
He'll be like, very cute. That'll be 3 bottles for 12.
Hmm.
Is that 3 bottles of the wine, or are you getting the meat?
This is the
No,
wine.
that's the wine. But it does mean I came down with the price.
Well, you were asking 4 bottles for 12. He said
Yeah.
3 bottles for 12.
So it's still 4 gold each.
But before it was, oh, never mind. I didn't go down with the price. Damn it.
You just added more bottles to the mix.
Yes. Hmm. Oh, okay. I'll take it.
Okay. So you hand over the 12, and he'll pull out a 3rd bottle for you.
And do you have any just spare bottles lying around? Nothing in them, just empty bottles.
I do have a few bottles, I think.
All right. What can you swing me for?
Do you have a preference on just any bottle?
The smaller the better, but I understand I've come to a winery of sorts, so I can't be too picky.
He's like, yeah, the bottles are pretty standard for wineries. And
Maybe
he'll be like, wait here, and he'll go out and he'll bring like a basket back, that's full of wine bottles.
okay.
He'll be like, I'll sell you the lot for 3 gold.
Deal.
Okay. There is probably like 30 bottles.
Oh, I feel like that's a good deal.
For how? Wait, what was the price and how many bottles?
3 gold.
3 gold for
about 30, say 32 bottles.
Nice. That's a good
yeah.
price.
Let me put that in my.
He doesn't have to deal with them.
Mhm.
So
He's getting paid to recycle.
Is this our usual, like, port?
what is it?
Is this our usual port?
This is Obsidiansky. Yes. This
Okay,
is where you've been for the last like 3 years.
Okay, so I'm going to look at him after paying for them, and I'm going to be like, so, how would you feel if I just come by every once in a while and got rid of your extra bottles?
If you want to come buy them off me, then sure. If you happen to show up before I sell them off to breweries and stuff, then they're all yours.
If you occasionally find a nicer bottle every once in a while, could you set it aside for me?
I think I could probably do that.
All right. Then every time we come to port, I will be seeing you, sir. Hopefully to buy more of this desert wine thing.
Desert
2.
Star?
Yes. It's called Desert Star.
Yes.
And then if he'll let me, I'll shake his hand.
He'll. Which hand are you holding out? The one you cut or the one you didn't?
My uncut hand. Like
Okay.
I'll go to put out my cut one and I'll be like, no, you don't want this hand.
He'll be like, yeah, that is very true. And he'll shake your hand. Be like,
Yay.
pleasure doing business.
I look forward to our future interactions.
Okay. Did you guys want to buy anything else? Or was that it?
Oh, I'm good. I was really just here for the Fey wine.
Oh, you didn't want to get any of that mead?
I was thinking about it, but the Fey wine should be good.
Okay.
He will mention like the mead has been flooding the market recently. It's been very popular. They have 5 different flavors.
My
Uh,
dog is barking. I will be right back. I'm
yeah.
sorry. It means he
fine.
needs out.
No, it's fine. I believe it's crafted from honey from Forkin Fields.
I think I've heard of Forkin Fields.
So the artisan capital of the world, at least for baked goods.
I mean, it makes sense that they would start selling mead now.
Well, their fields are apparently wonders to behold.
Interesting.
And
Maybe.
and before they became the artisans, they harvested or they farmed honey. So
Very fitting indeed, then. Maybe what I'll do is after it looks like Artie's leaving, since Artie isn't here at the moment, I will buy a bottle.
buy one bottle of the frostbitten.
Yeah.
He'll be like 8 gold.
I just bought 32 bottles. 8 gold.
Yeah, that's how much it's worth right now.
Can I try and make another persuasion
You can attempt to persuade him down.
and tell him it's flooding the market? And I'll just be like, but it's flooding the market. Yeah.
This is where you say, well, if it's flooding the market, I'm sure I can find it cheaper elsewhere.
Yeah, but you did roll a really good persuasion, so he'll be like, I'll sell it to you for 5.
I'll smile and I'll be like, sounds like a plan. And I'll shake hands with him.
Okay. And he'll grab you the bottle. The bottle is actually really cool. It's tinted blue, and it has. Oh no, it's tinted white. This is the white dragon.
And it's Desert Storm?
The Frostbitten Peak.
Frostbitten Peak.
It's a mead. And it's a tinted white, like frosted, and the glass is like scaled like dragon scales.
Ooh.
Okay. Now that we're done at the wine shop, what does Leo or Strix or Verlorn have? I see like so many different names for everyone on everywhere.
Right. I don't think I need anything right now.
You just hang at the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. Verlorn, you were mostly focusing on ship repairs. You could have time to go out and do something, and the shipwrights in the dry dock and finish the work and stuff. It was just basically you rolling this, get them going, and see how long it was going to take.
I was working on the ship.
Okay, you just stand. Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on them though. Nope, I'm staying.
Okay.
As Porshini and I are leaving the wine shop and headed back to back towards the ship, Artie's like, by the way, I am very proficient at glass blowing, so if you want fancy bottles, you let me know.
Oh, I would love fancy bottles. No one ever expects to be poisoned out of a nice bottle.
Right? And I actually have this really cool trick. I'll tell you in a second. I have to go let the dog in because he's barking again. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys start your way back across town. When you notice a trio of airships descending back into town from the northern side of town. They look very beat up and very damaged. You're surprised that they can even fly.
Uh-oh.
You know that is not a very common sight here.
Yes. Can I tell what kind of damage? Does it look like it's been burnt or crushed?
It just looks damaged, like heavily damaged, basically.
Okay.
It's I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's holes, there's pieces missing, there's boards sticking out of the sides where they shouldn't be, things like that.
I'll inquire for the sole purpose of making sure whatever they ran into, we can steer clear of.
You're gonna attempt to go
south.
They're heading into town, basically. They're coming in for repairs, basically.
I know. What I meant was I was going to glean some information on what caused this so that I can warn Captain of whatever it could or couldn't possibly be.
Are you going to go try to experiment then? Or, track down information?
Yes.
Okay. They're probably... it'll probably take about an hour or so to try to pick up information on this, just so you know.
Can I roll for my underworld knowledge and see if I know anything? No, wrong game.
Underworld knowledge wouldn't help right now.
Do these look like
you probably
piratey ships or like
these look like actually Obsidian night ships.
Oh, like night ships. Ooh. Yeah, I wonder what they ran into.
You know that Captain probably has the best chance of getting information.
Okay, then maybe I'll kind of warn him about it. Yeah. Instead, if I know he'd better be able to get information.
Okay.
Because he used to be an Obsidian Knight, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Or I don't know. Group. I could go to the Obsidian Knights and name drop and be like, hey, I just kind of interested so I can, keep a watch out of whatever happened to you guys. Do you think that would be smart or don't? Okay.
I was going to say, did the captain leave on good terms, though? Because my understanding is if you're in that group and then you leave, they might not be so kind to you.
You guys did go to one of the mercenary halls that the Obsidian Knights do frequent when you guys picked up the jobs. So the fact that
they were making fun of him.
What was that?
Weren't they making fun of him?
Yes, everyone has been making fun of him because he had an airship
that didn't work.
That didn't work for 3 years.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
basically sat in like grounded airship.
And he just drank himself into despair.
So, Strix?
So I guess I'll just ask the captain about it then.
Okay.
And head back to the ship.
I don't even know if we know where the captain is right now, but Strix could certainly send a message to the captain.
It's true, yeah. I'll relay the information if you guys didn't see the ship. I'll relay it to you and Strix and be like, hey, let's you know, kind of nudge the captain and see either what happened or if we have to prepare for anything that's targeting ships out there that we don't already know about.
Okay. Are you messaging the captain, Strix?
Yeah.
Okay. He can reply, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. He'll be like, I'll talk to some of my contacts, see what I can dig up. I should be back soon. And about this time, they're pretty close to being in. There's probably like an hour and 30 minutes left of the repairs. The ship's almost back to full. When the captain rolls up, and he's like, rolls up and he's like, I touched base with some contacts. They haven't heard yet. But they said if we're still in port when they get back, or when they hear anything, they'll let me know. The ships seem to have just docked recently, so information hasn't surfaced yet.
Okay.
But he's like, I am very eager to know what happened. Because if it's 3 ships coming back together, that's definitely big trouble.
Artie wasn't paying attention to whatever happened with the ships. She's too busy designing a. I actually posted pictures in the Discord of the Assassin's Teapot. She wants to do basically that, but make it out of glass as a wine bottle.
Oh yeah,
frosted
that's
glass.
such a cool teapot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So that you can. Yeah, I want to make that as a bottle for our personal poisoner.
I love that.
Okay. Sounds good.
That makes me so happy. I love killing people.
Probably. So the captain comes back and he heads into his quarters. About 20 minutes after the captain, a person runs into the dry dock and begins climbing up the gangplank to the ship.
Oh.
I'll kind of,
Who's up on
I
deck?
won't. Oh, I'd probably be down in my little area.
Your little doctor's
freaking-
office?
Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't, just chill up on deck.
Verloren would definitely be
Yes.
outside the ship, probably. Actually, no, at this point you'd be working on the interior damage. Probably.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out where you would be at.
Our cat guy be out at there?
I was typically in navigation, so I'll probably be the
Frequenting.
first. Yeah.
Okay. The gentleman runs up on deck, and you see that he's wearing armor that's very similar to the captain's. Very Obsidian Knightish. And he's like, he approaches you and is like, is this Captain Dakfane's ship?
It is. Can I ask your business?
Is he here?
Can I ask your business?
I need to speak with the captain.
Yeah, he should be in his quarters, and I'll gesture over to his door.
Okay. He'll walk up and knock on the captain's door.
Guy's self. Do I have it?
The captain opens the door, and you see him greet the person.
Oh, he is there. Okay.
You'll see him greet the person, and he'll be like, he'll kind of give you a nod that it's okay to Strix, and he'll invite the person to the quarters. I don't think I have art for other Obsidian Knights at the moment, unfortunately.
Just sends pictures of a couple of Space Marines into the chat.
We'll just use this guy for right now. That's definitely not correct. Okay. Are you just gonna chill there, Strix, while I talk?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Kind of lean back against the wheel and watch the door intently.
Okay.
Keep an eye on Captain. Must
Okay.
be the captain's booty
Okay.
call.
Yeah, basically. Probably about 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, the door opens back up, and the gentleman says, "Talk to your crew. Let me know as soon as possible," and then he will depart. The captain will walk up and is like, "Strix, gather the crew."
Okay. I will send the message to everybody that to come on deck. Cap has an announcement.
Okay.
I will stop
I don't even know where my token is. Oh, I'm way up there. Whee!
cleaning bottles and I will come up on deck.
Okay.
Artie was in Rovardo, but now she's on deck.
Okay.
That's right, because you with the crew now.
So yeah. When you all arrive, Captain's kind of pacing a little bit. He's like, "Well, I know we had a couple other jobs we were planning on doing, but my contact just dropped a incredibly well-paying job in our laps.
I do like well paying.
It's a little bit of a trip. We're gonna be going to Port Osseth, and there is reports of a Hydra in the area.
More dragon skeletons?
The city is offering 5,000 gold to deal with the Hydra. In addition, the Alchemists Guild and the Merchants Guild are offering a reward for collecting blood.
It's used in healing potions.
He'll nod like, "Yep, you're correct." There's been a great shortage of Hydra's blood in the market lately. So they're desperate for more. So this job will pay incredibly well. He'll look over at Valoran like, "How long till the repairs are done?" About 30 minutes.
We're almost done, Captain. Oh, there we go. 30 minutes.
Okay. He'll nod and be like, "Well, let's wrap it up. Let's get squared away. I will go inform them that we will be taking this job, and we'll set sail as soon as I return."
Looks like we're going to be able to put those bottles to work earlier than expected.
Yep. Guess
Before
I'm
we
glad I just bought them.
right? Before we set out, Artie would understand the proper way to keep Hydra's blood for potions.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any sort of special equipment that she would? I mean, she would have any equipment needed, but for like large quantities, is it usually in barrels? Is it usually in bottles or vials or?
I'll get to that in just a second. It's usually in a jug, is how they usually transport larger quantities. They do it in like jugs of it, basically.
Okay.
I will go out with Artie and try to find any place we can get jugs.
Yep, that's the plan. We're gonna do as many as we can.
You do know that they need to be special jugs that preserve.
Yep, preserve. Actually, Artie, you know the bag. Everyone calls it a bag of colding, but it's technically like bag of preservation or something. Artie wants to see if she can find one of those because theoretically we could use normal containers and just put them all in that.
Oh, that's true.
She also has wanted one for herself anyway.
Okay. So the captain leaves, and when he returns, so you guys are going up to buy more jugs and bottles?
Yes.
And see if you can find a bag of preserving?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a couple investigation checks.
I could just help you.
That would be
Are you
lovely.
proficient in investigation?
I have a +2.
Is there a black dot?
No.
Then you can help, but it doesn't give advantage.
Oh, then what does it give?
It just basically 14.
I thought I had
Plus 8.
I can assist on an investigation.
Okay, good.
Yay.
Okay. And you were okay.
Wow. Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately you find someone who says they're willing to commission one, but they don't have any in stock.
Crap. I don't think we'll have any time to buy jugs when we get there.
Chest of preserving, the one that's not a I can't find the actual magical item, the bag of preserving or whatever it's called.
I think it was just flavored that it was a bag in someone's game. I think it's actually the chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yes. So Captain returns, and you see about 3 wagons pull in behind him.
Perfect.
That are all loaded.
With jugs?
With jugs.
I was gonna say,
thank God, Captain, you're a godsend.
He mentions, he's like, the Merchants Guild and the Alchemist Guild have provided us with the jugs to store the blood in.
Perfect. While we were out, even if I couldn't find the chest of preserving, I still would have picked up a few jugs because she's going to want some herself, unless she already has some specifically for preserving.
Same.
These jugs that they are providing are blessed with the preserving spell.
Right.
Normal jugs. Are you just looking for like a normal glass jug?
I meant like specifically one of preserving so that Artie can keep she wants to keep some of the Hydra blood herself, but she doesn't want to keep one of the jugs provided by the guilds because that's not how that works.
The captain goes, they did offer a portion of the blood to us for a reward, depending on how many we bring in.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
He's like, we're most likely be able to keep at least 1 jug.
Yay! That works. I'm good with that.
Yes, and if we find someone with a preserving spell, we could always, cast it on a couple of these bottles and divvy it up as needed.
Mm-hmm. So permanently enchanting things takes a lot longer than just temporarily. We could still make it work.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, so you guys load up the wagons and they unhitch the horses and take the horses. They'll be like, the city will provide any horses you need for your wagons. Just speak to the Merchants Guild, is basically what they say. And they'll also send a couple additional just manpower to help collect the blood.
Perfect. While we're traveling, once we actually start traveling, Artie is gonna she's gonna artifice an object that is good for specifically collecting large amounts of blood without wasting any, because she knows that if you just bloodlet something, you're gonna spill a lot of the blood. If you can,
Are you saying you want to try to make a funnel?
Yeah, basically, she wants to make a phlebotomy kit, except for a Hydra-sized creature.
Oh, yeah. It's like a needle to stick in it.
Yep, a needle, probably a bag to.
Outfit.
I mean, I have a couple, but
Right.
might take us a while.
Yep. Nope. Totally. You could probably patch together something that would be able to function like that.
Perfect. And then for Artie, having knowledge on hydras, can I roll to see what information I would already have and like how best to kill one? Seeing as she knows that they are used in one of her crafts, she would at least have basic knowledge of them.
Yeah, give me a sec. Go ahead and roll me a nature check.
Could it be a history check? Because she would be recalling information she learned when she was learning about alchemy. That's kind of how I was thinking. I could do nature if you really want me to. It's just I'm proficient in history, so it would do better. That's all.
If you do the history check, it's going to be your information you can glean is going to be limited.
Then I'll do a nature check.
Okay.
I mean, it's still a +5. It's not like terrible. Ugh.
10. Okay. You know that hydras tend to have multiple hits.
Mm-hmm.
Tend to have multiple heads. They're basically very angry, multi-headed serpent lizards that regenerate.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would know that they have regenerative abilities because that's specifically what they're used for. Would I know how to counter the regenerative properties? Like, I know with trolls it's fire, but I don't know what one would do for a hydra, if there's something like that.
With the 10... I'll say... you do You do know that fire tends to be effective against regeneration.
Okay.
So you can assume that it probably would, but you're not sure.
That's what she was, because we've fought trolls before, and she knows how to kill trolls, so she would probably have defaulted to fire anyway, so that works.
Have we like left yet?
No, you've not left yet.
Okay.
If you're the captain's getting back, you guys are about to leave.
The guys who brought the carts, have they like left?
They're unloading they're basically getting the carts on the ship, and then
Okay, where are they from?
they're from the Merchants Guild and probably the Alchemist Guild.
Okay, I'm going to go up to them and I'm going to ask them basically what Artie was trying to recall. I'm going to be like, hey, we're going to be out trying to kill this monster. Did they and they've been killed before to make healing potions. Do you know how they got rid of them in the past? Anything that worked in particular? Did they tell anything to you to help us?
Let me see if he actually knows.
Please don't be idiots. Please don't be idiots.
I'll roll. They're like we just
fire, question mark?
they're like we don't hunt them. We just use the blood when it comes back to us.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll just figure out how to kill this multi-headed beast on our own. I appreciate the effort.
He's like, well, you've got bottles to collect blood.
Yes. We have bottles. So if nothing else works, I'll just start throwing them at it, right? Maybe they'll break in his throat and he'll die of a sore throat.
Lol, you're gonna give him COVID.
Yes. Die.
Okay.
Oh, I got that one to do.
You're back? Hello?
Oh,
Hello? Can you hear us?
Howdy, howdy. I guess not.
Okay.
Anyway, while we wait for our friend to get back,
Okay.
Artie is going to bust open a bottle of drink.
Okay.
Brandy this time, not her Fey wine yet.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna throw you guys back to the world map.
Yay.
Since you guys are about to take off. The ship's new speed is 15 miles an hour. So you can do 180 and 12. And you guys are going to Port Osheth, which is to the south.
Okay. Try to pull up the map. There we go.
So, I got the distance there for you.
There we go. Hundred and 1,115-ish.
12 hours. You can travel 180, so it's is it 36 in 24?
Sounds right.
Is that
I
correct?
can't math brain right now. Let's see. Said how far? So yeah, it would be 360 miles in a day, in a full 24 hours.
So over 3 days.
Just over 3 days. Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
During travel, I would like to work on the goggles and the apparatus for collecting Hydra blood.
Sounds good. We will work on that. I hate to say it, but this is a really good spot to stop for game. I know we haven't really been playing a whole lot, but I have not prepared this combat yet, and I do have to work at 4 a.m. tomorrow. So I love you all, but I gotta get to bed.
I get it.
So I will prepare. We will do travel next time and see where we get from there. And then, yes.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So, this moment, let's say, have a wonderful night, YouTube. Thanks for watching our shopping episode.
Yeah.
We will see you next time. Have a good night.